Reacher Season 2 finally expands on Reacher's backstory. Lee Child crafted an incredible world with the stories of Jack Reacher, and Prime Video has beautifully adapted the stories of the 110th Special Investigations Unit. While Season 1 of Reacher introduced audiences to the towering veteran Jack Reacher, Alan Ritchson, Season 2 expands on his backstory with the military. This deepens the world of Reacher and allows more characters to feature in the series. These additional characters not only enhance the story, but they can give fans a look into who Jack Reacher is. Jack Reacher is a retired special investigator for the U.S. Army. Since his retirement, he has become completely nomadic. He travels with only the clothes on his back and a toothbrush in his pocket. He has no phone, no home, and seemingly no friends or connections. While Season 1 featured characters like Francis Neagley, all other characters were strangers to Reacher. This way of life has left Reacher isolated from the world, which makes it more surprising when Season 2 immediately pulls Reacher back into the heart of civilization. When his former squadmate and protege, Calvin Franz, is tortured and murdered, Reacher is determined to find justice. Season 2 dives into Reacher's military past. Reacher was an exciting and compelling character to watch in Season 1, but if there was anything to complain about, it was that he may have lacked depth. The first season's catalyst event was the death of Reacher's brother, but even that was overshadowed by the amazing action sequences and thrilling mystery in Margrave. Season 2 has maintained those elements, but has added significant emotional stakes for Reacher. Bringing in the members of his old military unit allows viewers to get a glimpse of who Reacher used to be, and how the relationships in his life have molded him and vice versa. The special investigators were a family to Jack, and no one messes with the special investigators. In Season 2, Episode 1, ATM, it flashes back to several years before the story to when Reacher began assembling his unit. The 110th was put together to solve crimes that may be connected to the military and required significant intervention. Reacher brought together accountants, snipers, pencil pushers, and anyone he believed was morally good and prepared to handle the worst of the worst. Right from the jump, audiences discover a different side to Reacher. Viewers now see him as more than simply someone who commands authority, but as a genuine leader. He sought out the best of the best so that he could make sure that his team was always able to support each other in all areas of an investigation. Along with that, he found a unique way to create an instant bond between his teammates. His leadership ability is only matched by his physical prowess. Since Reacher was surrounded by mostly newfound friends in Season 1, he didn't have a lot of chances to form deep bonds of friendship, except for Oscar Finley. Yet Season 2 gives an entire cast of characters that Reacher has a significant connection to. With more of the fan-favorite Neagley and new characters like Carla Dixon and David O'Donnell, Reacher is thrust back into his role of team leader and even protector. What is even more devastating is that many of the people that Reacher cared for, even loved, have been murdered. Whether by design or accident, multiple members of the 110th have been murdered while investigating a company called New Age. This story is incredibly personal to Reacher as his team and his family are being killed while he can't do anything to stop it. Amazon Prime's Reacher series, based on the best-selling novels by Lee Child, has taken audiences by storm with its gritty action and no-nonsense hero, Jack Reacher. In the first season, viewers were introduced to Reacher as a drifter and former military police officer, a man of few words but immense physical power and sharp investigative skills. However, much of his personal history remained in the shadows, only hinted at through his solitary lifestyle and military past. With Season 2, fans were eagerly hoping for more depth, and the finale delivered in a big way, offering new insights into Reacher's backstory while still maintaining the character's mysterious aura. From the outset, Season 2 of Reacher promised to delve deeper into the character's psyche and past. Viewers saw glimpses of his history through flashbacks and conversations with those from his former life. But it wasn't until the explosive finale that key pieces of Reacher's puzzle began to fall into place. In the final episode, we not only get a clearer view of the experiences that shaped him, but we also learn more about his relationships, especially with his family and those he served with in the military. One of the most significant revelations in the season finale revolves around Reacher's relationship with his older brother Joe and how their childhood shaped them both into the men they became. Earlier in the season, we were reminded of Joe's tragic death, a subject that haunted Reacher in Season 1. Season 2 goes a step further by shedding light on their formative years. Flashbacks show a young Jack Reacher and Joe growing up as military brats, constantly moving from one base to another. The boys were forced to rely on each other due to their father's strict nature and their mother's frequent absences, driven by her own military duties. The finale offers an emotional turning point when Reacher revisits the site of an old family memory, unearthing long-buried emotions that explain his detached nature in adulthood. We learn that Reacher's childhood was marked by a rigid sense of duty and justice, instilled in him by his father, a military man himself. This upbringing not only gave Reacher his own ironclad moral code, but also explains his reluctance to form close attachments. These moments help the audience understand the man behind the muscle, a person driven by the need to right wrongs, yet haunted by the emotional cost of his upbringing and losses. Further adding to Reacher's complex history is his time in the military police, which gets much-needed elaboration in Season 2. The finale brings back an old military colleague, Francis Neagley, who serves as one of the few people from Reacher's past who knows him on a deeper level. Their interactions provide an illuminating glimpse into Reacher's life before he became a drifter. Neagley references missions they went on together, offering subtle clues about Reacher's time in the service and the traumas that led him to leave. One particularly poignant scene involves Reacher recalling a mission gone wrong where innocent lives were lost due to a command failure, a memory that continues to haunt him and shape his sense of responsibility to protect the innocent. In the finale, the show also teased another intriguing aspect of Reacher's backstory, his relationship with his mother. For the first time, we learn more about her role in Reacher's life. While she had always been portrayed as distant, the final episodes reveal that her influence on Jack went deeper than previously thought. It is hinted that she was the one who first taught him the value of justice and standing up for the powerless, a philosophy that would become central to his adult life. The finale shows Reacher reminiscing about moments with his mother, offering a softer, more reflective side of the otherwise stoic character. It's a rare glimpse into Reacher's vulnerability, showcasing how her early lessons formed the backbone of his moral compass. But Reacher wouldn't be Reacher without high-stakes action, and the finale doesn't disappoint on that front either. As Reacher unearths more about his past, the final episode's action sequences serve as a mirror to his internal struggles. The brutal fight scenes and close-quarters combat remind the audience that despite Reacher's occasional introspection, he remains a force of nature, a man whose past has made him both relentless and almost indestructible. The finale ends with Reacher back on the road, continuing his solitary journey. However, the new insights into his backstory make him a far more complex character than when the series began. We now understand why Reacher refuses to settle down, why he's constantly on the move, and why he feels compelled to take on the role of a lone vigilante. It's not just because he's a nomad at heart, but because he's haunted by a sense of duty and loss that keeps him from forming lasting connections. With Season 2, Reacher successfully expands on its title character's backstory, offering a richer and more nuanced portrait of Jack Reacher while still maintaining the action-packed thrills that fans love. By peeling back the layers of his past, the series has deepened its protagonist, making him more relatable without sacrificing the stoic,